Andilex, Xsweeze, and 4ZR absolutely dominated Week 3 of FNCS. We saw them just drop huge elimination games, something that's unheard of before in FNCS. Now, we're going to go back and see exactly how they dropped 15 eliminations on their way to the Victory Royale. In total, they had 4 matches with double-digit elims, finished with 54 total elims. That is more than 20 of the next highest total elimination team. That is absurd. These guys slayed out, and we're going to look at exactly how they did it. Let's dive right in. For this video, we're going to break it down fight by fight, elim by elim, and talk through each one, besides the ones that got a little bit skewed by replay mode. This first one is a nice easy elimination, finding a solo out in the open, but what Andilex does here is going to cut off any kind of path that his opponent has to run away. This is perfectly executed, and he basically just forces the opponent towards his teammates and then continues to cut off paths until he has no choice but to fight Andilex. And by the time this happens, his teammates are right there. So this is a no-win scenario and perfect execution. I like the drone free of this fight because we can see how quickly Andilex is going to look to cut off any escape path that his opponent has. And as the opponent continues to try to escape from this fight, Andilex is looking and piecing up any potential escape path besides the one that is towards his teammates. This is a really well executed piece and can be done whether this is a solo or multiple teams. The point is, look to force the opponents towards your teammates. This second elimination is a great example of zoning. So what they do is build themselves in on the edge of zone, have a nice path that is going to force opponents to either go around them or go right into them. And this is going to be how they get these eliminations. They're playing edge of zone and holding a great position, knowing that these opponents are going to get funneled into exactly where they're at. Because of the zone, because of other players, the players late rotating are not going to be able to make any other choice and essentially are free eliminations for Xsweeze, Andilex, and 4ZR. We see them execute this really well, and this is something that could be done by multiple teams. It's watching the people that need to rotate, using your positioning as an advantage, building hard so that way teams aren't going to spray you and take over while you're looking for this elimination, and then easily cleaning up the late rotators because you have the full advantage in position, knowledge, HP, all that good stuff. We can see the players late rotating in a zone. They're already being focused by another team, so this is a clear and easy elimination. The trio has already established themselves in zone, so now they're going to walk back into their old builds with an already established position that they can go back to, quickly clean up these late rotators, and then force them to continue to play through. They're going to shake the player that they've had knocked, bring them into their base, and Masso unfortunately has really no shot here, as these players can see him because his teammate just got shaken down, and this is just a quick beam, another elimination. The eliminations continue to come easily, as we can see they're taking coordinated shots at a high ground fight, dropping them, and then just getting the free eliminations. Then Xsweeze and 4ZR are going to play this perfectly as a duo, trapping a player and baiting him to look at one player while 4ZR comes and cleans him up. Xsweeze is going to draw all the attention of the opponent. Then 4ZR is going to be right behind his teammate, ready to clean up the opponent who's not even looking at him. A free, easy elimination. The trio isn't done just yet. There's still more players up above them that need to be punished for going way too high. They just force pressure onto the opponents above them, drop them down, make them take fall damage, and then clean up whatever is left. These guys push the front side of zone, then look back and properly take advantage of a fight for high ground happening behind them. This is well executed and could be easily replicated by one of you guys if you're understanding to take front side, then look back at a fight happening for height. Not only is this a great example of finding eliminations in different ways other than using your shotgun, it's also a great example of using front side of zone, your positioning and pressure to take down a height team and grab the position for yourself. So here is a good example of a height take without being crazy mechanically and trying to outcrank the other team. You're using your positioning and your AR spray to take down the opponents. Once they've established high ground, these guys surely know what to do with it, and they're going to show us. The rest of the eliminations are going to be clinical, as all this trio does is spray down, force trios lower and lower into layers, and grab eliminations with their AR from a distance on shambles players, players fighting, and all of the above. Then, once the lobby begins to thin out, we see now becomes making plays to win the game. Xsweeze and Andilex are going to drop down and clear it layer by layer, forcing players to the ultimate low ground whether they want to or not, or they're going to have to fight these two. What happens is they go from front zone and back zone, 4ZRs up top, and then just pinch players, force them down, and continue to clean up this lobby. Then the last move is going to be the best one. We do see Xsweeze and Andilex are going to drop on Resin and Tayson for the victory royale, and a huge one at that. 15 eliminations, putting this team in first place and launching them into the FNCS Grand Finals. An absolute beast of a qualification. If there's anything that you can learn from this video and from their qualification, it's going to be you don't have to be crazy mechanically to get a ton of eliminations. Yes, you need a base level of mechanics, but at the end of the day, you need a big brain. You need to understand how to successfully eliminate players without forcing yourselves into bad positions and getting yourself eliminated while doing it. This trio is so fantastic at finding eliminations, easy ones at that, and then cleaning up eliminations that they should be getting. They're very, very keen to work together as a trio, and that's one of the reasons this trio is a force to watch out for. Andilex, Xsweeze, 4ZR, any trio that they're on is going to be a dangerous run. Now they're playing together, they're heating up and really learning how to play with one another as they approach FNCS Grand Finals. It's going to be super interesting. If they get Misty Meadows uncontested, this team is easily going to be one of the top in the lobby. Now, it's all up to them to see what they can do. They're going to sit back and watch semifinals like the rest of us. Nonetheless, a 54 elimination FNCS round 4 for the qualification, as well as a 15 kill victory royale, is absolutely one of the best we've ever seen, and this trio will continue to do it as we move forward on the last leg of this season. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something, because I sure learned a ton from this trio. If anything, I've learned how to play the game, get eliminations without putting yourself box to box, without needing a ton of mechanical skill and ability to take down and win a 1v1. These guys show us there's opportunities to win games, get eliminations without having to be the most mechanical player. Are they some of the best mechanically in the world? Yes, it helps, without a doubt. But a lot of these eliminations came because they used their brain. I've been watching Andilex's trio and Andilex play for a really long time. What he does is absolutely outsmart opponents, have a massive understanding of the game, and his game sense is wonderful. Back to squads, I mean, you think about the things they were doing differently back then. Maybe it's a shout out to No Word for instilling some game sense in them. I know he doesn't play anymore, but that squad continues to see success. Both Andilex and 4ZR played on that squad and now are back together, ready to pop off for FNCS. So if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm Somebody's Gun. I appreciate the support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.